lost songs of yesteryear. There is advantages today that the men in the last and women in the last century did not have. Many of them roamed about America and places like that, and these people inspired me. Many of them roamed about and just played in wherever they could, went from one place to the next, and in truth, they lived a lonely life, I'd imagine, because they were constantly traveling to go playing. And that's not easy. It's not easy to get into a car and travel hundreds of miles. When was the last time you went on a long journey? Say, say Cork to Dublin. Did you ever drive from Cork to Dublin or go from a train? Train is easier. It actually is. Just to sit there, you can relax. You don't have to focus on the road. But if you have a car and you're driving, you have to focus on the road or you'll kill yourself or someone else. Especially if you're tired, as I mentioned in an earlier chapter. But let's go on. Where are the advantages? Pete Seeger, they call him one of the fathers of folk music in America. He used to have his own show. Good friends with Bob Dylan. A very nice man. I looked at a lot about Pete Seeger. I looked into a bit about him. And in one video I seen, he said, you write a song and you try to share it. And it might be only heard by a handful of people, but who knows? Who knows? Now you can write a song and with the click of a button, you can share it all over the world. They did not have that advantage. They depended on radio stations to play their music. And I'd say many very talented, God-gifted people, their words are lost forever. Do you want your words lost forever? But then again, God is the witness, and every word that you write, He sees. And He is what matters most of all. I will not separate what I do from God, that I do for God mostly, but I do it for my own mind and heart and soul as well. It helps me. I will not separate that and compromise to suit the world. I have seen the world. I've been to many places, met many people that inspired me, met many people that I love and they don't realize it. I have to tell the truth, and I am not going to censor what is most beautiful and important to me to please the public. No. Pleasing the public, if you just focus solely on popularity, you become a mechanism of other people's projections. You become a slave to the world. You become obsessed with what people think, making money, overindulgence, separating yourself from your mission. And I believe everyone's mission is to make this world just a little bit better. Even if it's only a handful of people that hear you, it's still something. It's still something. Let them have their riches. Let them have the record deals. Let them have all that. But you now have an opportunity to share your work with the world. There's no more excuses. No more excuses at all. Because you have a reach that they didn't have years ago. You can join groups, you can share on multiple platforms, and another thing, when you write a song or a poem that's very popular, do not dwell on it too long. When people comment back, not just thank you. Try and have a sentence at least in your reply of appreciation to them because they took the time to listen to your words and to give you encouragement. Replicate their kindness in return. So, what happens when you dwell too long on one thing? You hang on to it and you ignore what's been given to you. That's dying. There is an endless river in your soul, in your imagination. It's like a river, and it flows into your soul, and it gives you inspiration. You can call it whatever you want, but this is true for me. It comes, you write it down, you move on, you answer questions, and then what happens is, while this river is flowing into you of creativity, you are getting ahead of yourself, not in a bad way, in a very positive way. You are building up your work. You're building up your songs so that if ever the tap is closed, you can still share with the world every day for those days you take off. The advantages, the advantages of not being controlled by money, gigs, all that sort of thing, and just fully focusing on creating and writing is this: you can stop at any time you want, and you can have a break for a year and not even look at your guitar and not write anything and turn your mind towards something else. You can do that. You can do that. But I did that before. And it was fine. I did need a break. Sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you do need a break to focus on other things, maybe family or maybe friends or maybe traveling and things like that. But remember, you having a great advantage over people years ago whose songs are lost in time and are probably in heaven. God bless you.